Alright, welcome back to Amplifier streams for round of 16. Gonna slowly get into this one, let people filter into the stream still. Usually we have the map pool showcase before, so it gives everyone time to get here, but unfortunately a bit of a delay on that this week. Whole team a little bit behind. Not me blaming anyone, that's me included. Pool's done, no stress on that, we just need to clear up the showcase, get replays and everything. So it'll be done tomorrow night and I'll have the stream for everyone. But until then, we're sadly going to have to make do with no map pool. Map pool is kind of important here, so we'll give some context there. We are upping the size of the pool a week early. It's because of some of the amplifiers we've planned to add, and we think it fits better with the whole theme of amplifiers. The more options there are, the more like playstyles there can be for players. So there's going to be 4 hidden, 4 hard rock, 4 DT this week. We also have no mod 6. So we have a speed map now, and no mod. We have a lot more maps in general. Still just one easy. We're not going to go up on that. Doesn't feel comfortable for players to have too many easies. If you're not an easy player, you just are forced to ban both, so there's not too much you can do about that. So yeah, we're upping the pool size. Difficulty is like 6.7-ish, no mod 1, a bit lower. We heard your feedback and stuff like tech being a bit too hard, hidden 3 being too hard, etc. I think the pool's pretty nice, it looks pretty cool. I've enjoyed a lot of the maps that I've added. Also, feel free to let me know if my mic's too loud or anything, or if the music's too loud. Now, getting into my favorite part of the stream. Patch notes! Let's fucking yo, we've got patch notes. A fair few patch notes, actually. Bigger patch notes than last week. So let me pull these up and I'll read over them. I think they're pretty relevant. You haven't missed shit aside from the map pool is going to be bigger this week for hidden hard rock DT and no mod 6. Alright, patch notes, starting from the top. So we heard your feedback and everything. We made them all stronger last week, as you all saw. Problem was some of them were a bit too far, some of them not far enough. So number 3 for a start, old school cool has been removed. Same with number 4, right on time, also removed. Reasoning for that, old school cool specifically, it felt too similar to limit break is what the feedback we were getting, because Straw V1 and highest combo were basically the same thing. It didn't really change how you played, you just wanted to go for combo. So having them both be so similar was just a bit weird, you know, if we changed one, we'd have to change the other. It's basically the same thing. So we dropped old school cool. Right on time, we heard it was very strong, and also it was similar to Snail as well. So Snail's been reworked, and we've also removed right on time, so it's kind of like they've merged in a sense. Number 6, Cold Clear Eyes. This is where you get to add hidden to a map. For a start, the uses for this has gone up from 1 to 2. We initially planned to do this when the map pool got bigger, but now you can use it twice, so you can pick 2 maps, practice them with hidden, and have an advantage on your opponent for them. It's another small bonus we added, because everything else got buffed last week, we didn't really touch this. You get 3% extra to your final straw with Cold Clear Eyes. So a small buff, just a little bit extra, you know, you get 2 maps practice with hidden, and a tiny little straw buff on top of it. 18 Classic Farmer. The bonus effect for it has been changed. If the map is Straw V2, you gain 3% to your final straw. So kind of the same thing as Cold Clear Eyes, we just wanted it to be a bit better. It's still the same thing, you still have hidden forced on all DT maps, but there's 4 of them now. So you have a bit more room to work with. And also you get a tiny little bonus on top of it if the map is Straw V2. Number 19, JTB Freaks. We heard a lot about this one. Kind of inted. I went into this, my whole concept with it was, hey, let's make it like an aim-based amplifier, you know? Throw and relax, play an aim map, it'll be fun. Obviously not, I'm stupid. Everyone played it on the fucking DT2 and just cheesed their opponent. And having 0.5% accuracy on top made it way too hard to balance. So we've made some significant changes here. I'll just read out the blurb for it. The next map is played with relax and is stored by highest combo. Play with Straw V1, highest combo wins, Straw V1 results are used for a draw. So same premise as last time, but instead of accuracy based, it's based on highest combo. So you can't like pick a DT2 and like slider break once in the middle and still win. It'll be based on your combo scoring instead. So you've actually got a fucking aim and combo sheet, you can't just act cheese. And there's no bonus either. So unlike last week where you had the 0.5 act on top, there's no like extra to your combo. This is just highest combo wins. Both players have normal combos. Still 2 uses. I think this was a pretty significant nerf, so I'm leaving it at 2 uses. If that feels like it's an int, we'll change that next week. But hopefully it should be fine. Especially as I'm pretty sure the DT2 is a bit aimy this week. I can't remember if it got changed or not. But it should be a little more fair. Number 20, Snail. Reworked, like I was saying earlier. So now this is no longer a passive, big rework. This is an active, and it has 2 uses. Your next map is, your next map pick that is under 180... Sorry, let me reword that. I'm reading the wrong thing. Your next map pick that is 180 BPM or lower is scored by accuracy. You have a bonus 0.25% accuracy that can only boost your accuracy to a max of 99%. So, similar to last week, it's like Right on Time merged with this, but instead of being a passive that applies to all low BPM maps, it's an active with conditions. So it's an active that you can only use on maps 180 or lower. We also have the same accuracy effect, where you get a bonus to your accuracy, and it's scored by accuracy. The problem we were hearing last week is that it felt unbalanced, so that, say you did really good on a map and you were super confident in a map, and then you got like 99.5% on it, you just could not lose because you were getting the bonus. So now we have the bonus, but it only goes up to 99. So if you had like 98.9% on a map, this bonus would push you up to 99. If you have over 99, like just flat, you have 99.2% AC on the map, that's your AC. You don't get a bonus over that. So the idea is, if it's a hard map, both players are struggling to AC, you're going to get a little buff on top. But if you're just like having no problems at all, that you have like almost an SS, you're not getting a bonus. So that means that both players have like an SS, it's just going to be like a tie and go to Score V2 results or whatnot. It's not going to affect anything else. So this isn't going to be a way to like cheese maps and both players can play it fine, but you just get the bonus and win anyway. It does have 2 uses, yes, I should have said that. Since it's an active now instead of a passive. Yeah, we have new amplifiers, I'm getting there. 25 threes a crowd. Not too sure if this is the right call, but I'm doing it anyway. We're removing it. We've heard a lot of feedback since like the very first day we announced these. Threes a crowd just felt boring. There's not too much to it, and that's completely fair. It's just like a flat buff on 4 random maps that don't really affect the player. And sure, it's like a generic passive for everyone, but at the same time, it doesn't really add much. Players that used it didn't feel like it affected how they played the match. It didn't affect many outcomes of maps. No one wanted to pick it, really. Didn't feel fun, so it's going. It doesn't feel fair to like buff it anything. And Gemini, obviously removed. This was sadly a disaster. There's just no way to balance having tag dresses on any sort of maps, so we're just removing it. Nothing we can do about that. Fuck. I'm thinking, do I want to read these added ones out, or should I just start rolling people and we'll see them when they pop up? Surely it's more fun to just roll them, right? Roll them? Alright, we'll roll them. There are 6 new ones. We removed, let me just count, I believe we removed 4. Gemini, Three's a Crowd, Old School called Right on Time were removed, yeah. We removed 4, added 6, so that's 2 total extra this week. So it's 17 total now. No changes to rolling or anything this week, it's the same thing. Maybe changes next week, you didn't hear it from me. But for now, it's 3 cards, 1 for each player. The Greatest Defense, Limit Break, and Specialist for Arkin. Our first new card. You gain 10% to your score on a mod pool of your choice. You lose 3% of your score on all other maps. Modification only applies to Score V2. Now, remembering mod pools are all bigger, so this is 4 maps in Hidden Hard Rock DT. And you can't pick this as a no mod. No mod is not a mod pool. It's no mod, it's a Hidden Hard Rock double time. So you get a bonus on one of them. On the others, including no mod, you lose out a bit. So it's kind of a give and take. What you lose isn't too speed. It's a very small nerf, but you gotta remember that 10% buff can be banned out. Your opponent can just ban 2 maps if you pick this on DT. And then they can use an active amplifier on your own picks as well, so, you know, it's give and take. Rumi, 59th seed. Cold Clear Eyes, Dude That Finger Lock, and Gambler. I don't know if I entered with this one. You may wager 1 point on winning the next map. You gain 10% to your total score and forfeit the wagered point if you lose. So this is an active with 2 uses. You pick a map. If you feel like you need that buff to win it, you can wager 1 point. And then if it pays off and the buff helps you win the map, you get a point. It's like a normal map. You don't get 2 points, you get 1 point back. But if you lose a point that you've wagered. So it's bringing in a new dynamic. Now you're using your points inside of the match rather than just counting the straw. It's also, I'm not sure how it's going to be played, because it's not like you gain double points or anything. So it's like you want to use this where you think that 10% will make the difference, right? But you don't want to like do it on something too risky where if you lose the point. So I'm sure it'll be fun to see how people use it. And it'll be definitely game changing if someone uses it and loses a point. Mericus, Limit Break, Specialist, and Professional Inter. Eidosu, Specialist, Trickster, and the Missing Piece. Okay, 2 new ones. Trickster, on no mod and hidden maps, you alone can freely switch your mod between no mod and hidden. This is a bit of a, I don't know what to call it, I guess it's just more of a generic one. If you're a hidden player, you can use Trickster. You can use Trickster to switch up all the no mod maps. So you can have hidden on them all. You can play no mod 1 with hidden. You can play no mod 6 with hidden, whatever you want. And vice versa. If you're not too good at hidden, you can remove hidden off all the hidden maps. Remembering this only applies to the person who's using the card. So say my opponent picks hidden too. I can play it with no mod, but my opponent's playing it with hidden still. That's their pick. And it's the other way around. If I want to pick a no mod map and throw hidden on it, my opponent's still using no mod. So I'll be getting bonus straw on the no mod. Of course, that's if it's straw v2. And the Missing Piece, almost forgot. Idea for the name was inspired by a couple people in chat. Your next map pick can be from the previous week's map pool. Corresponding map slot must be unbanned, unpicked, and using this will mark that slot as being picked. So this one's kind of interesting. Very fun to use maps that we've already played, so everyone's on the same page. It's not like a random map. But the important thing here is that the map slot has to be used the same way. So if I want to pick last week's No Mod 2, for example, that map has to be, the No Mod 2 for this week has to be unbanned, and no one has to have picked it. And once I do pick it, that means no one else can pick the current No Mod 2. It's just like replacing the map in that slot, basically, with the one from last week. Yellow Jello, Chance Time, Snail, and Strike First. I believe this is the last one that's new. Gain 1 point. Your opponent picks the first 2 maps. Pick ban rolls are skipped and your opponent bans first. I'm a little worried that this will be weak, but I think it should be fun anyway. It's just, you get a flat point at the start, and your opponent first picks 2 maps. I think this will be very good on matches where it's close with your opponent. It doesn't feel like either player has like just easy wins. In this case, you just gain a flat point guaranteed. Your opponent gets 2 picks, but if you think you could challenge his picks, then that's great. Because you just have like a break point early on. Bad Shroud, Snowball, Strike First, and the Missing Piece. Haley, Trap Card, Specialist, and Snail. The Topaz, Classic Farmer, Trickster, and the Greatest Defense. Mackie Blank, Cold Clear Eyes, Trap Card, and Snowball. Oh my god, I'm gonna double check. I didn't miss one. Okay, I didn't. It's here. We didn't roll a card yet. I thought I forgot to put it in. Luminance, Trickster. Oh, there it is. Fully Charged and Gambler. The last new one. Your opponent starts with 2 points, and you permanently gain 15% to your total score on all maps. Score modification only applies to Score v2 maps. This is a wild card. It's a huge buff. 15% can add up very quickly, but you lose 2 points straight up. So, you know, if you're... I think what's important about this one as well that I was worried about, it'll be based on matchup, but if your opponent has an amplifier, so that professional inter, where it almost guarantees them a point, then that could be 3 points up early, and all they have to do is win 3 more maps to secure the game. So it's going to be very back and forth. But 15% is still big, so the 2 points you're losing may be worth it. It's just hard to balance out if you think it's worth it in your matchup or not. Oh my god, if you both have it, it's a best of 5. Shit, I didn't think of that. Fuck. Yeah, it's a best of 5. Oh, I forgot to mention it's best of 11 this week as well, since map pool size is going up, of course. 42, it's going up. Dude That Finger Lock, Trickster, and Classic Farmer. $41, Forks and Trees, Dude That Finger Lock, Strike First, and Snail. Clubber, Chance Time, The Missing Piece, and JTB Freaks. All Blue, Limit Break, JTB Freaks, and Snowball. Radial, Trickster, Cold Clear Eyes, and Limit Break. Supernai, Limit Break, Gambler, and Strike First. BK Don, Snail, The Missing Piece, and Dude That Finger Lock. How'd you get the card that you fucking gave me the name for? That's unreal. 0610, Limit Break, Specialist, and Trap Card. Vordy, Gambler, Fully Charged, and Limit Break. Oh, he's gonna have fun picking those. Kites, JTB Freaks, Strike First, and Fully Charged. Sight, Strike First, Gambler, and the Greatest Defense. Lukioto, Fully Charged, The Missing Piece, and the Greatest Defense. GameCube, Snail, Dude That Finger Lock, and the Greatest Defense. Jordan the Bear, Snail, Snowball, and JTB Freaks. Round of fucking applause. Unreal. Hidoro, Classic Farmer, Gambler, and Cold Clear Eyes. Applet, The Missing Piece, Fully Charged, and Strike First. Kit, Gambler, Classic Farmer, and Trap Card. Teta, Dude That Finger Lock, Strike First, and Professional Inter. Teta did good with Professional Inter last week, right? That's interesting card to double down on. Oi 9K, Trap Card, Strike First, and Trickster. Super CZ, Gambler, Chance Time, and the Greatest Defense. Heatwave, Chance Time, Trickster, and Specialist. Interesting. I feel like Trickster might not be bad here. Pepsi Max, Professional Inter, Cold Clear Eyes, and Dude That Finger Lock. Monk the Don, Dude That Finger Lock, the Greatest Defense, and Limit Break. Oh, these are kinda disappointing. Actually, no, the Greatest Defense is kind of cracked here. Because bans go up, of course, with best of 11. So it's 2 bans. So you have 2 protects and then a ban on top. So not too bad. Everything kind of changes now that we're up a new round. Some cards that were kind of meh become good all of a sudden. Vivace, the Greatest Defense, Trickster, and Limit Break. Aussie 12, Snowball, Snail, and the Missing Piece. Emilbus, Specialist, Classic Farmer, and Dude That Finger Lock. Termixer, the Missing Piece, Limit Break, and Snowball. Hal R, Specialist, the Greatest Defense, and Dude That Finger Lock. Umi, the Missing Piece, Chance Time, and the Greatest Defense. Mavs, Gambler, Professional Inter, and Limit Break. Oh, you're taking Professional Inter, aren't you? Chef, Cold Clear Eyes, Limit Break, and Fully Charged. Chef on fully charged is kind of scary, actually. Fucking hell. Delcorin, Trickster, Trap Card, and Strike First. A Secret Box, the Greatest Defense, Trap Card, and Cold Clear Eyes. Drox, fully charged, Snowball, and Trickster. Zintex, the Missing Piece, Due to That Finger Lock, and Trickster. ANZT10S, Gambler, Limit Break, and Snail. Sayo, the Missing Piece, fully charged, and Classic Farmer. And Dummy, as always, Dude That Finger Lock, the Greatest Defense, and Professional Enter. How hard does fully charged fuck with pick'ems? Well, I think the important thing to remember is that all of this stuff is given in advance, of course. So we'll announce when the picks are all done and everything. You can just check the sheet, see who's picked it. Just minimum 2 points to them. It shouldn't be too hard. But that's a good point, so I think when we announce this stuff, we'll do a pick and ping just in case, so everyone's on the same page. That should be it though for this week's amplifiers. Again, map pool's a little delayed. Showcase will be tomorrow night, and then we'll announce the map pool and everything tomorrow night. All the other announcements should be tonight, so schedules, your opponents, all that stuff. And we're gonna send out messages tonight, if not tomorrow morning, for you to pick your amplifier. So make sure to have your DMs checked, make sure to pick this time. I know people still missed last time, I don't know how you're fucking doing it. Make sure to pick. No 3-mod ornament, shut the fuck up, we're not doing a 3-mod ornament. SD ornament, you might just have to wait on that. It might happen. Let them cook. We may be having some bigger changes come next week though. I know I've said to a couple people, we're gonna have some stuff in the works. There's potential for, didn't hear it from me, keep it down low, but potential for maybe 2 amplifier picks per week. It could be exciting. I know, I'm not confirming anything there, so if it doesn't happen, don't blame me. Exciting stuff though. I'll post patch notes now, so you can auto read them. If you missed anything, you were late to the stream, you want to double check what changed. Has all the new amplifiers, has the ones that we changed, if they're a buff, a rework, if we removed it, whatever. Yeah, that should be it for today's stream. I'll have the amplifiers up on the page soon so you can check what everyone rolled. Yeah, thank you guys for coming down by once again. Hopefully today's stream wasn't too bad. Sorry for no map pull again. We're gonna be working on that. And make sure to give us your feedback as always. Feedback's good. If there's anything really fucked in today's announcements, we'll patch note it really quick. So yeah, have a nice night everyone. See you guys later.